To protect their dad from his new girlfriend who thinks she was abducted by aliens. But she's not the only one who's spacey. Take a look.
Speaking of flying, Summer, what's the most exotic place you've ever traveled to?
Oh, well, that's easy. Morocco.
Aha! And I'm guessing it was full of Moroccans. That's a real place. Oh.
Please welcome Faith Ford. Hi. Hi, how are you?
How are you? Welcome. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. I had a bad cold. I don't want to give you it.
Yes, I'm sneezing and running, so forgive me.
Welcome.
Sneezing and running.
Running.
What's that little black showing in Kelly's dress there? Is that a little bra?
It's a little brassiere.
Yeah, I know.
She wears black strapless bras.
Really?
Hasn't anyone ever seen that? She wears them on the show all the time too. The show she does during the day.
That show.
Early morning.
Oh, that
Faith,
show.
That show.
What celebrity made you cry when you were
That
now
would
that we're on the topic?
didn't make me cry, but made me sort of verklempt a little bit. Katharine Hepburn.
Really?
Oh, well, that would do it, yeah.
I met her. I came to do the Night of 100 Stars. It was like my first season working around. And I said, "You mean you're inviting me to be with the stars?" I thought they'd made a mistake. But of course I went because I wanted to meet stars, right? And the first one I met was Jimmy Stewart on the way in through the stage door.
That's exciting.
And then I was waiting to make my entrance, and I looked over to the right, and it was like, "Ah!" The angels were singing. It was Katharine.
Wow,
Hepburn. She literally had like an aura, and I went up to her and I said, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful."
What did you say?
That's what I said.
Did you really?
Of all the things she could have said to Katharine Hepburn, I said, "You're so beautiful."
Oh, but that's sweet.
Okay.
It was just,
sweet. It worked
but
in.
that's really what I thought at the time because her skin was just like amazing.
What did she say to you when you said that?
Darling, it's very nice of you, but at my age, I wouldn't classify myself as beautiful. And I was just like, of course, you know, she would say that. She was very humble, but I mean, I didn't say you're magnificent. You're like the most amazing actress of all time.
You're a real fan.
You consider yourself a neatnik, I'm hearing, like pretty organized.
Yeah,
Does
I'm
that
Clorox clean.
Are you really? Does that help you on the show? I mean, you're playing a woman whose sister just moved in after losing her job, and you have to keep it together. So do those
Does it
tendencies
help me?
out?
I have to tone it down for the show. I mean, it's literally like we were working with turkeys for this episode, and I was, between every take, I'm not kidding you, I touched the turkey, and I would be like, Purell, Clorox
Yeah, you
wipes.
get sick.
Yeah.
You really can. I
Well,
mean,
that
that
was
was
Smart.
bacteria.
That's just smart.
That is just me.
It was raw turkey, right? You're talking about
Raw turkey.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it's the way I was taught. I mean, it's not just me. It didn't just start with me. I mean, I came out of the womb that way. I mean, my grandma was like, she invented clean. I mean, she used to clean everything. I mean, she cleaned, her clean was clean. I mean, I would eat anything that she made, you know.
Really?
I saw Martha Stewart shoving that stuffing in the other day on one of the channels, and she's just pushing it in there. That's not clean?
No, you don't do that anymore.
With her hands, she was.
Not to criticize, but it's sort of not the acceptable thing anymore.
Yeah, she did it.
You stuff it, but you don't eat what's inside. You can just, that's just for flavor.
So you take all the junk out?
No, you don't put it in the first place.
You don't put it in the first place. I
Yeah.
make my...
You bake it
I'm doing
separately.
a cookbook. This is like my other forte that I love so much. But it's like I make all my dressing. We call it dressing in the
Right,
South.
of course.
Right.
Cornbread dressing. I make it all on the side.
That's smart.
And anything I put in the turkey is literally just for flavor.
Like onions
celery,
and stuff like
all
that.
that stuff.
Right.
Okay.
See what, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just going to ask a little bit more about the cookbook. Tell me a little bit more about it.
Well, I started, it was inspired by actually the generations of amazing cooks in my family. My grandmas, both my grandmas, my great-grandma, you know, recipes that I didn't want to have disappear into oblivion. And I sort of told my mother, I said, start writing down these recipes because I want them now before, you know, you can't remember them.
Yeah.
And then she says, well, if I write down mine, you've got to write down yours. Because she likes my cooking, because I've sort of adapted them and taken old recipes and turned them into new things. Like I do oven-fried catfish,
Good stuff.
oven-fried
You're
chicken.
kind of like an unindicted Martha Stewart, aren't you?
Hey, I don't even want to go there. I'm not even, I just literally wanted to preserve my family recipes, and that's what inspired it all. And to inspire others to cook. I don't care if the only thing your family does is pasta sauce, really good pasta sauce. Put that down, preserve that.
That's my family right here. You know, I'm confused a little bit when I watch your show because your name is Faith.
Right.
And yet Kelly's name on the show is Faith, and you're the Hope. So why didn't they let you keep your name? I don't get that.
I auditioned for this. Listen, I came on board first, okay? Our writer wrote it. She thought of me. She saw me at Baja Fresh, thinking of me as Hope. And it's very interesting. I go around, yeah, in LA. And so I sort of I went in thinking I have to be this character. I have to be Hope. And I just went in as a character. couldn't even think about the fact that the other character was Faith.
Oh.
And as an actress, I always want to play a character that's a different name, never to be confused with the character that I play on TV or whatever. So I never even toyed with the fact that people might get confused. Well, duh. But in the end, it seemed like the Faith was the actress name. I guess that's why she didn't want to change the names.
Right.
Right, and then, you know, your other character, Corky from Murphy Brown, who I love.
Oh, so great.
Isn't that just unbelievable?
I love this. Thank you so much.
Do you keep in touch with crew and cast and
everyone? I mean, Candace, I just presented an award to her last week. I mean, we talk all the time. She's doing the foreword for my cookbook. I saw Grant. I see everyone when I can. Joe lives out in LA. But now that I'm in New York, Candace lives mostly in New York, and Grant Shaw lives in New York. So I'd really try to see the people that...
Do you? That's awesome. That's really great. And I have to say, you've made quite the transition. I know after 10 years, you probably fear getting stuck in a role, but I absolutely love you on Hope and Faith.
Thank you.
Friday nights are great because I don't go out. My husband and I are separated, so I stay in. Love it. Thanks to Faith Ford. Hope and Faith airs Friday nights at 9 p.m. on ABC. We'll be right back.
Their wedding nightmare had everything from a blackout to a black-eyed grandma.